Hey good people, welcome back to Frizz and Fragrance. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for a good one today. Today I am going to be smelling the new Commodity Scent Space Kit for their new fragrance juice. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and come on down the fragrance rabbit hole with me because we smell good over here. All right, let's get into it. So how are you? Let me know. I am doing great. I'm making some salmon in the air fryer and then I'm gonna go pick up my Marky. He's over at my sister's. But while that is cooking, I had some time to go ahead and film this video. So let me know how you're doing in the comment section or the chat, whichever you prefer, because I'd love to hear it. Now for this video, I am going to be getting on the Commodity website because actually Commodity is not a new fragrance house to me. But I have never smelled any fragrances by Commodity, and the ironic thing about this is for about a year, right here I'm pointing to it, I have the entire Scent Space collection for I believe all of their fragrances, so I need to get on that. But I thought it was so unique that this fragrance house has the expressive, the bold, and the personal fragrances that will, you know, fit your taste and what type of scent bubble that you like to have. I think that's really neat, and I don't know of another fragrance house that does anything like that, so let me know. But I can't think of any offhand, but I think that's really cool. So when I found out about the juice fragrance and just the notes, the berries, it automatically was something that I wanted to try out. So let's get into it. First, I'm just going to show you the packaging and give you the price of this kit in case you are interested. I did purchase this Juice Scent Space Kit from the Commodity website. It was $14, and then it did come with a sample of juice, and I think this is the expressive version. So this is what you see when you open up the packaging, and there are the 3 2 ml tubes or bottles, or sprayers. And then on the back, it does give you a definition of personal, expressive, and bold. So personal is for those who prefer a subtle personal skin scent to be noticed by you and the few that you allow close. Then the expressive is for those who prefer a fragrance that expresses the perfect balance of longevity and projection to be noticed by you and the many around you. And then bold is for those intent on making a statement, bold and audacious to be noticed by you and everyone else. So that's the difference between the scent spaces. Now I'm going to start with the personal, and I'm going to just read the description. I'm going to also pop it up here on the screen, so I'm going to move over. And I thought it was neat that this website also has how the fragrance will develop on your skin, like what you're going to smell first, then what you're going to smell next, and then what you smell at the end. So that's almost like the opening and then the mid and then the dry down as far as the notes. I also thought that was really neat. Now I do see that juice does come in 2 sizes. There is the 100 ml for $145, and then the 10 ml is $28 USD. And then they also have some trio sets. Let's get into the personal. This is a fruity, fresh skin scent, a sparkly interpretation of juice that showcases the lighter side of ripe red fruits. Strawberry, rhubarb, and raspberry pulp are stirred into transparency with ethereal amberwood and fresh violet leaf. All right, so they talk about the notes and how you're gonna smell them throughout the wear. So your first impression is, you know, that opening, and then 10 minutes later you're going to smell something different, and then as it dries down you're going to smell something else. So the scent is raspberry pulp, tart and juicy. First you're going to smell raspberry pulp, strawberry, and then you're going to smell that violet leaf. Next you're going to get the Bulgarian rose, then cyclamen, and finally amberwood and rhubarb. All right, so let's go ahead and give this one a sniff. I really love how this website is giving descriptions of the notes. I actually, let me just show you, because I didn't notice that at first. So raspberry pulp, tart and juicy, strawberry, a sweet mouth-watering fruit. I mean, this is really helping someone like me who is new understand what all the notes are going to smell like. The violet leaf is green and fresh. We have the Bulgarian rose, and then like cyclamen, I didn't know what that was, but it's a light, clean floral. And then you have amberwood, which is warm and ambery, and then rhubarb, which is a refreshing green zing. So that is very helpful for someone like me. So I really like that about this website. And when websites, like the more descriptions they have, the better I can really understand like how they interpret just their fragrances and how they have developed them. Okay, I think I just sprayed that right in my face. Ooh. All right, this smells like something familiar to me. So I'm definitely getting that raspberry and strawberry in that opening. I'm not really smelling much rose or anything green. This is very juicy. I think juice is a great name for this fragrance. I'm gonna spray this on the skin. I just think it's gonna be easier for me to tell the difference between the personal, expressive, and bold. Yeah, this smells great. It's definitely a juicy, fruity floral. It's actually giving me vibes of the Carolina Herrera Good Girl Glam and Very Good Girl fragrances. And I will spray those. But yeah, that smells really good. All right, first impression, I really like the personal scent. I don't think it's too light for me at all. So now we're gonna go into the expressive and look at the note differences and smell that one. So this one says it's perfectly ripe strawberry, rhubarb, and raspberry pulp, and they're blended until smooth with a base of amberwood. So we still have some of those same notes. First, we're gonna smell the raspberry pulp and strawberry. We have the Bulgarian rose and cyclamen, and then the amberwood and rhubarb. So wait a minute, let me just make sure that I read this right. So these notes look the same. Let me just go back and double check. Raspberry pulp and strawberry. Okay, there's no violet leaf in this one. Bulgarian rose and cyclamen are the same, and then the amberwood and the rhubarb are the same. So the only difference between the personal and the expressive is that there is no violet leaf in the expressive. Okay, so let me see if I can smell that. It says that the violet leaf is green, I think. Green and fresh. Let me see. Yep, green and fresh. So let me check this out. So this is our personal. Actually, just to show you close up, you see that the personal has kind of the minus sign. And then when we get into the expressive, it doesn't have anything. And then when you get into the bold, it has a plus sign, like to show that it's, you know, it's amped up. All right, so this one does smell stronger. I'm not sure if I can really gather that absence of the violet leaf in this one. The personal has dried down, really soft, and it is definitely a skin scent on me. So now I'm gonna spray the expressive on my skin, and we'll see how that dries down. This is definitely a bit fruitier, but I don't feel like the difference is that noticeable. And we'll see as it dries down. It does feel, I would say it feels a little more sharp. Like, that's the only term I can use is sharp. It's sharper, maybe tart, maybe a little more tart. And I'm gonna spray the personal one more time. Yeah, I would say the personal has something a little softer about it. Like, it's almost like, I don't know, I'm thinking of a shape, like a square with rounded edges. There's something a little softer about it, whereas the expressive, it's almost the same. It's just a little stronger, a little sharper. I'm just not seeing too much of a difference where I would want one of these over the other. So I think that if I was going to get a full size right away out of the two, I would for sure go with the expressive. Yeah, I'm just not able to gather too much of a difference. I think that the absence of the violet leaf is not taking away from the expressive at all. And that could also be with a new fragrance nose. You know, I am newer to this. So that's my take on personal and expressive. Now let's get into bold. Now when we look at bold, it says it's a jammier rendition that explores the depths of strawberry, raspberry, and rhubarb when simmered down. Steeped in vetiver, patchouli, and amberwood, this blend is a deep, dense marmalade. Now this one seems to be the most different as far as the notes. So let's take a look here. So we do have raspberry pulp. Now I don't think the other one said raspberry pulp, but let me just check. It might be making stuff up. Oh no, never mind. They did say raspberry pulp. Okay. So the bold has raspberry pulp and strawberry. Then there's the Bulgarian rose and the cyclamen. And then there's rhubarb in the mid, which rhubarb was in the dry down of the personal and the expressive. Now in the base, we have amberwood, vetiver, and patchouli. So the vetiver is woody and earthy, and the patchouli is also, yeah, it is a smoky aroma of an incense shop, which patchouli can be hit or miss with me. So the bold is the one that has the most difference, and it looks like the difference is in the dry down. That's where the strength of the fragrance is going to be, as far as I think how long it lasts, or what that's going to smell like on your skin. It seems like it's all in the dry down. So the expressive has dried down, and I'm smelling the personal. The personal is definitely softer, and the expressive is definitely bolder. All right, let's smell the bold, see what we think. All right, so far it's smelling the same, because we are going to start off with those same notes, raspberry and strawberry. I'm going to spray this one on the skin to see if I can pick up on the amberwood and vetiver. And it says that rhubarb is a refreshing green zing. So let's see if we can pick up on that, because that's in the mid. Some of this, and noticing these minute differences, might be because I am new to smelling fragrances. I'm not getting much variation. I can say full bottles, I would definitely go with expressive or bold. And I'm gonna probably say bold. I don't think that either of these are particularly strong. I'm still waiting to see if I'm able to get that earthy dry down, but I'm not getting that. Overall, I think Juice is a great name for this fragrance. I think it's a great name for each variation, but I don't know. So for me, personal will be a waste, because I almost can't smell it, and I at least want to be able to smell it. I mean, I'm getting a little hint. Like, I mean, this is literally a skin scent. It's just a hint. And I'm feeling like the expressive is almost the same. I can just smell it a little bit more. And this is what I would prefer as my skin scent, the expressive, but it's really not that strong. If I had to go with one out of three, I would go with bold, because I could at least spray less if this is supposed to be the stronger of the three. If you're somebody who doesn't like vetiver or patchouli, I would not let this deter you from trying the bold, because I really can't smell it. I don't smell incense. I don't smell anything like that with this. To me, it still smells very juicy, very fruity. And all three fragrances have the Bulgarian rose, which I'm not picking up too much of that either. So I would go with the bold. And this is just my first impression, so I'm gonna have to do more smelling with these variations and try them out. But if you were looking to get one, I think you'd be safest with expressive, but I don't think bold would be a bad bet. But I could see being concerned with bold, because the notes are different in the dry down, and it might not be something that you like. Now, I would say that this is a floral fruity fragrance. I think all three of them are, and they lean more feminine than unisex, but anyone can wear what they want. I am going to grab Good Girl, Very Good Girl, and Good Girl Glam from Carolina Herrera. I think those smell very, very similar. So let me grab those. All right, I'm back. And so I do have Very Good Girl and Very Good Girl Glam, or Good Girl Glam. I'm gonna look up the notes, because as soon as I smelled that, or just even smelled the sprayer, I was thinking, oh, I have another one too, and I have to find it. As soon as I smelled the sprayer, I was like, this really reminds me of the Carolina Herreras, the red ones, I kept saying. So let me just pull up the notes from Fragrantica and just see how they compare to the ones from Juice, because you may already have this in your collection or something similar. So we're gonna start with Very Good Girl, which is this one. from Carolina Herrera, and this is a floral fruity. And let's see what the notes are. Lychee, red currant, rose, vanilla, and vetiver. So rose is in here, different fruits, because we have lychee and red currant, and juice has rhubarb, strawberry, and raspberry, right? Raspberry tart. There's vanilla in here. Let me just smell this and see how it compares. Okay. It's not exact, but this is along the same lines. So I think that if you have this or like this, you would probably like juice. It's right in the same family. So that one is Very Good Girl. Let me smell Very Good Girl Glam. I know that one has a cherry note in it. So we're just talking about differences in the fruits. And then I'm gonna grab one more. So Very Good Girl Glam, we've got cherry, bitter almond, rose lily, bourbon vanilla, and vetiver. So the only notes that are really crossing over are the rose and the vetiver. So not exactly what I thought, but still gives me an opportunity to smell and compare, which is something that I like doing. No, this smells different, especially with the cherry in there. I would say that the other one is similar, but still different actually. So if you have Carolina Herrera and you want to get juice, same family, but different scents. I'm gonna go grab one more and see if that's the one that I'm thinking about, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I found it. I had the wrong scent all along. This is the one here. This is by Plume Impressions, and this one is called Pop Heart. Okay, let me give you these notes because these are similar. We have pineapple, strawberry, and apple in the opening. So there's that strawberry. There's rose in the mid and raspberry. That's what it is. And then in the base, we have caramel, vanilla, and musk. This is the one that's close. But the Carolina Herreras are in the same family. This one is so good. I got this from So Avant Garde. And oh my gosh, so good. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is juice. I done saved some money. This one also smells like another one by Just Box called Karaoke Heart. So if you like those fruity, juicy, floral fragrances, like fruity florals, but more fruity than floral, you are gonna really love Juice by Commodity. And I would go with Bold. Hands down, that's my final thought on that. But if you happen to have the Plume Impression Pop Heart, you have Juice. If you like the Carolina Herrera Red Good Girls, you will like Juice. I think you will really like it because it's in that same line of fruity florals, but the fruits are different. So those Carolina Herreras do smell different. Let me get you some pricing on the Pop Heart. This one is 80 mLs, the Pop Heart. The full size of the Commodity is 145 mLs. So let's just see the difference in prices. Pop Heart is $205, but I did not pay that. I got this for 30% off from So Avant Garde, which let's see what that takes it down to. So I'm just trying to get this together for y'all. Ooh, that's taking it down to 143, but that's 80 mLs. And the Commodity is 145 for 100 mLs. And that's the regular price. The Plume Impressions, you have to wait for a sale. Yeah, y'all. Well, it looks like the Commodity Bold would be your best bet if you like, oh my gosh, fruity florals. Oh my gosh, to me, these are fragrance dupes. And just so you know, I'm really not getting any patchouli. I'm just not. So that's actually a good thing. These are just about the same. They're a little bit different, but for all intents and purposes, they're the same. So the Commodity is actually a better deal because you get 100 mLs. So, all right, well, that's my long-winded thought about the Commodity Juice Scent Space Kit. I just wouldn't bother with the personal or the expressive, to be honest. I'm not picking up that earthiness in the Bold. So if you've tried the Scent Space Kit and you are getting that patchouli and vetiver, please let me know because I'm just not getting it and I'm happy about it. But the personal and expressive, I just think would be a waste because I'm just not getting much from them. So let me know your thoughts about this new Commodity fragrance. Let me know if you purchased the kit or if you see. I would feel like I would have to get the kit. I don't think I would be able to just decide that I want personal, expressive, or bold offhand, like to just guess. So I'm curious. I need to do a video on the scent space kit that I have for all the other fragrances. Maybe I'll get my sister in on that one because I know y'all like her. So that's gonna be it, y'all. I know this was a chatty one today. Yes. All right. That's it, y'all. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.